Hey guys, today we're going to be putting on the cross brace tensioner. So there's a few ways to do this. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to use an inline strainer for the wire. Few reasons. Number one, I don't want to totally tighten this up today. And number two, in the future to tighten the fence again, you just take the little tool and give it a couple pulls and you're good to go. Also, I'm going to be putting the wire cross brace on what's going to look like backwards. Basically, I'm going to put it on to accommodate the future barbed wire fence going that way. If I was going to just only be doing this for the gate, I would do it the opposite direction. So let's get started. Okay, so here's our cross brace. Now we're going to run our tension wire going like this. That way when the barbed wire fence pulls this way, basically it'll give it lots of extra strength from pulling the posts over. Now, first thing you want to do is you put in a guide staple. It needs to be higher than your cross brace. So I put the one guide staple in there, and then over here, other guide staple at that. And then when you put your wire around, it'll basically just catch on there and give it some support while it's tensioning. Now the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put I'm going to call it a guide staple, because otherwise if I just doing this by yourself, when you're wrapping the wire, it's going to keep popping off of here. So I'm just going to put a staple on. It's going to be slightly lower. See that? You want to have this just, on this one, this is on this side, so slightly higher than the guide. And then what I'm going to do is after we get this all put on, I'll put a second staple in there just for extra security. So anyway, let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, just one more tip. After you string all the wire, you don't want to ever nail those staples in tight, because otherwise you'll have to pull them out every time you want to retension your wire. It's just better, it's just for a guide, and the wire will dig into those posts and it'll be secure. So anyways, I'm going to string out the wire now. And the other thing I was going to mention too, when you string out the wire with these inline tensioners, what you're going to want to make sure to do is put it on the opposite side of your barbed wire. So in this case, the barbed wire is going to be on this inside of the post. So I'm going to put the tensioner so it sits on the far side when we do the wire wrap. So anyways, I'll go lay that out now. So believe it or not, this is a wire knot, and when this gets strained here, like pulled tight, this will tighten right up here. There's no way it can come off. Number 9 wire's really hard to bend, so that's about as best I could do, but that actually looks pretty good. Once this pulls out, like I said, it'll look a lot neater. So anyway, now I'll show you the next piece. Obviously this is much easier to do if you have a helper, but sometimes you got to do things on your own. Alright, we got the wire tensioners on, and this obviously isn't tightened up very tight. Now I just wanted to show you guys something here. So this is the piece, the bar that goes in here to ratchet that, and it bent it. And like I said, this isn't very tight, so these things are under a ton of strain. Now the other method of doing this is with a twitch. And basically you'd put a stick in, twist the two wires up, and just wire the stick to the cross brace. I did a lot of research on this stuff, and I think this inline strainer idea is for me, specifically because I don't have the barbed wire fence up yet, so I can just put it on, get it ready, have it kind of medium tension. Then when the fence gets built, when I start straightening the wires, I can tighten these up to proper tension here. So anyways, let's go and check out everything, and I'll show you guys the final product here. Alright, here is the critical staple here that holds the wire. I put the second guide wire in now. Now that this is in place, we'll never have to take those out, hopefully. Now you can see the wire's got some kinks in it because it's not under tension, just under light tension. We've got our rope knot, wire knot, and that is a real knot. Got a couple loops on there that won't let go. Bottom side, same thing. Got the guide to, or the main guide and two other pieces. Some of this stuff you might not have to do, but I'm doing this all by myself, so it's really hard to do some of this fencing stuff when you're on your own. And then also this tensioner is on the outside of the fence because I am planning on putting the barbed wire on the inside. So when the cattle put pressure on it, you want them to push into the staples, not out, otherwise they'll keep popping the wires off your fence. And yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to show you guys one thing too. So on the other side, I did it first. Now, granted, this isn't an ideal post setup. I've got to get a cat in here and build the grate up here properly, but I just needed to get these gates in. So this guy here, I gave him a little bit of tension. And I actually watched, because the tensioner is designed for barbed wire to pull that way. When I put it on, it's exactly backwards how you would have it if you were only putting the gate on. And it actually, I was winching it up. And it actually pulled the gate down. Just that pressure, that was perfectly level before. Like I said, mind you, I don't know if the front post went down or the back post went up, but this is basically the exact opposite tensioning that you want to do on a gate. But like I said, I'm specifically thinking about the fence. When we put it in the fence wire will pull it that way here. So, and also this is pretty piss poor. You'd never do that if you didn't have to, but overall not too bad. I'll probably go level that post out again, just otherwise it'll drive me insane. That side turned out pretty well. Those posts are a lot better sunk into good soil. This is just my make do because I have to here, but anyway, that's it guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Put any questions you have below, and we'll see you in the next one.